Okay, so in today's session, we'll do study state analysis again because it's not complete. So we have to see the further about study state analysis. So for study state analysis, we pick the yesterday project. So just like on this software, WaterGem. And see, we have to open the old project from here, a previous project. So click on open existing hydraulic model, click on open existing hydraulic model, and this water gems session 2. So see, yesterday project. In yesterday we have created one water tank here and pipelines. This we have five junctions here. Okay, and we have defined some parameters for this water tank and junctions and pipelines. So for parameters, see we have provided all the parameters from flex table. Click on flex table and see we get option here tank, junctions and pipe. So see water tank parameter we have provided some 10 feet elevation base and elevation minimum 10 and elevation initial this 120 and maximum and diameter of the water tank we have provided 500 feet water tank diameter. And the next we have giving a 5 junctions here. So click on junctions from flex table and we'll see all the parameters of the junctions. See their demand collection. We have provided demand collection also here. So if you click here, so you can see that 100 gallon per month we have given here. Then next we have also provided the pipelines here. So we have 6 pipeline here. So go to flex table and you can check the parameter. See all the parameters. We have using a PVC pipes, all these PVC pipes and as a million we have given. And see we have some more readings here. See we have these options here, length user defined. So we have the options here in pipe or length user defined. So through length user defined, we have options to define a pipe length according to the definitions here. So if you want to give any length user, but before giving any parameter here, we have to check the dimension. But the dimensions it's so already in feet. But if you want to check once again, so go to tool tab here from menu bar and just click on more and click on option. And from option we get this options as a global hydraulic model drawings and unit setup. And see we have already given the unit as a US category. So go to pipe. Then see it will pick automatically her scale as the length of 115 feet, 100 feet, 83 feet, 67 feet, 96 feet and 105 feet. But if you want to give again as a has used a defined length here, a length user defined in feet. So if you want to give this dimension here, okay, so right click on it, right click on this has user defined and we get these options. global edit. Just click on global edit and see we get these options, operation set value. So check this value option and so now we get these options to give a length here as a user defined. User defined means we have to define the flow of water here. Flow of water according to that we have to give a length here, a pipe length. So see we have a 5 junction here. So according to 5 junction, and see we are going to give this length here to see the water pressure. Okay, after analyzing you get we get a graphical report here of water pressure according to time. So I just specify here as a junction 1, that length is 115, so I will change the length here as a, suppose I give a 20 feet, and for junction 2 I give as a 200, and for junction 3 I just give as a 150, junction 3 as a water flow of 50, junctions 5 I give as a 40, and junction 6 I give as a 300 here. Okay, and see you get a table. See if you want to add any table here according to our site work. So when you click on any table here, any one of them, just right click on any one of them and see we get this option here to add column or to remove column. And see if you click on add column, so we get all the types here like active topology or failure history or general. So in failure history you get all the failures, pipe breaks, see, cost of break, duration of pipe failure history, number of break, pipe break. We get all these tables here. Like general you get GIS ID, in geometry you get the geometry modifier counter, initial setting you get status, in physical we get all this length, 3D length, mining, minor loss coefficient, minor loss coefficient, unsatisfied. So we get all these things. If you want to add here a table, so we'll see all these things after analyzing this. Okay, so first we need only the length. We have to provide a length manually here. Then just close. Then next, after adding that length, we have to do analyze. Okay, after any small modification in this project, we have to do analyze. Analyze means you have to do compute. But before compute, we have to do one more thing here. See, we have a validate here. Validate will check is there any pipe breaks or is there any loose connection in between pipe and junction or in between water tank and pipe. So it will show us if is there any loose connection or pipe leaks. Yeah? So just click on validate. Okay, and it will calculating process. It will analyze this project and if, is there any error or warning, so it will show us. So now the engine information message, no problem were found. Okay, so if you are working on a big project, if is there any pipe is unconnected or is there any pipe is break or pipe will not connect properly with the junctions or water tank, so it will show you that error here. Then okay, then again click on compute here. See, so after analyzing, we get all, now we don't have your time history here because we didn't provide any time history, but today we'll give all this timing according to 24-hour. We give all the timing here today. So after analyzing, we just close, and now next we have to check the pressure on the pipe. See, we get user notification here, some notification about the, see, about the tank here. We get some message here, message ID. So we'll see it later. So see, after analyzing them, we just click on flex table and see the pressure in pipe. Just click on pipe and then extend it and see we have the pressure start and pressure stop. Okay, these are the pressure start from where the pressure is starting from P1, from tank 1 to junctions 1. See the pressure is 52 psi and pressure stop at 47 psi. These are the pressure of the pipe. We get all these things after analyzing. Pressure is start, pressure is stop. At see all readings like from tank to junctions 1, we have pressure of the starting pressure is 52, and it will give you the pressure through these dimensions. This dimension according to this length. See, it's 20, so it will give starting pressure 52. If you say junction 1 to junctions 2, the pressure is about 47 and stop at 38. And then junction 2 to junction 3, we have 38 to 44. Pressure start and stop option. See, sometime this tab will not appear here. Sometimes, see, if you are going to do in your PC or laptop, no, so sometime it will not visible here. So what you have to do, just right click anywhere on this menu bar. See, this all have the title bar or menu bar. Just click any one of the menu bar, right click here, and you get these options, add column. And in add column, see, you get the result option, and result option you get all these things here. What kind of thing you want to see, like pressure loose gradient, so you can add from here the table. Okay, so I have already added this table, so it will not showing in add column because it's already added here. Okay, so now you can't see this. If it's closed now, if see, if I remove this column, pressure column, if I remove this pressure column, see, I have removed a pressure start column from here. So how will we get? Just right click, add column, then go to result and see, now it's present here. Pressure start, click on it, and now we get this pressure start and pressure stop. Then next, after check this pressure, we have to check the demands, and we get demands in junction parameter. So these are the pressure in pipe. The next we have to check the demands. Okay, water demand in junction. So go to flex table and click on junction, and just click here and see the maximum demand and minimum demand. And these are the constant. All demands are constant, 100. It means it's a constant because we need a constant over time. The demands, we need a constant equal. See here also it display as a pressure here, 47, 38, 44, 46, 42, that in PSI. But we have to see in water jams now, we have to match these demands with constant demand with the pressure and flow. And again, if you right click here, so you have get option here to add any more results from here. See, if you click on results, so see the demand adjustment population, pressure had or has calculated message now, or alert level or alert table now. So we get this whole information, but we are not analyzing now this alert level or alert now level, so we can't use it. If you want to see that a minimum maximum, so it will show here already. Okay. So after analyzing, you get these things, a demand in junctions, how much demand they need. So we have already provided the demand 100, and see it will constant all the demands here. Then next, see, if you want to display a pressure on this working sheet as a PSI, if you want to display the pressure in water tank, see it will display this arrow as a water flow direction. It will show this arrow. After analyzing, we get this arrow here. So if you want to display a pressure level here with this pipe, so what you have to do, you have to go in element symbols. You have to go through element symbology, and element symbology you get this pipe option, lateral junction option. So go to pipe. Okay, in pipe, see, you get here one tab. Just click on this tab and see you get this label option. So what we have to do, just select this label, right click on it, and see we get new option, and see we get this option here, annotation. So click on annotation, And see, we get here some property, annotation property. So where we have to go, we have to click on free form option, and see here you get a this tab, a small tab with 3 dots. So click on this tab, and see in this tab you'll get see you get this options append. So click on this append, and from append you have to select. See, we have different annotation level here, like failure history, general, geometry, initial setting, physical, results, result, flushing, all events, results. So what we have to pick from here, we have to go to where it is, general, geometry, initial, physical. We have to go to result. We have to go to result, and from result we have to pick a pressure start. See, we have here a pressure start. We have two options here, pressure start and pressure stop. So what kind of information we have to attach level there? First we pick this pressure level start. Okay, pressure level start. It will show as a percentage there. Okay, click on append, then go to result, then select a pressure start. Okay, and it will upload here, then click on OK. So see, we get the pipe result as a pressure start here. Then what we have to do, see, it will ask you to give offset here, offset from x-axis or y-axis. So I'm just giving a 0, 0 here. Then click on apply, and now see, it will show this pressure level with the pipe 52, 47, and 38 psi, 44 psi, 46 psi, and 42. Same pressure which we have displayed here in pipe. Or if you just double click on this pipe, so it will display in property box also. See, pressure start from 52 and pressure stop at 47. So we have only added here a pressure start as a 52. So if you want to display these readings as a pressure uh, on screen, so you have to just go to pipe in element symbology and just right click on this level, and sorry, just right click on this level, click on new, and just click on annotate. Okay, and from annotate just click on free form, click on these 3 dots and click on appends, and then go to results and see which kind of results you want to show there, like pressure is top, and then so it will add here. This time I am adding a pressure stop, then click on apply. Now see, this time a pressure stop and pressure start will appear here on the same digit. So what we have to do, see, if you want to hide any layer from here, see, just if you uncheck this one, so this is a pressure stop. Okay, this is the results of pressure stop reading. And if you hide this pressure stop and check this pressure start, so this is pressure start result here, it will display. So from here we have options to show or hide these levels. And the next, suppose, see, we have the small project here, but you are going to create a big project and you have to use a different size of pipes. Like in this project, we are using 6 inches pipe, but in big project you are going to use as a 10-inch or 12-inch pipe. So that time you have to specify that you have to give a differentiate in between that pipe with color. We have to specify that pipe with color, differentiate here. So how will we do this? We have to display a pipe with color, a different color. Suppose 6-inch pipe will display with blue color, or 10-inch pipe will display as a yellow color. So we can understand easily here that this pipe is diameter is about 6 inch or this pipe diameter is about 10 inch. So for that, what we have to do, just select this label and right click and click on new, and see you get this option here, color coding option. Okay, color coding to specify the pipe diameter through a color. Okay, so when you click on color coding, see we get this option here, and then what we have to do, see here is a color, here is a field name, ask for field name. If you click here, so see what kind of field you want to select. Okay, we get all kind of field here. So what we have to select here, I am going to select diameter because I want to display this pipe's diameter. I want to differentiate this pipe through a diameter. Okay, and options, we have here options as a color, size, or color size of both. Okay, you can display both things, color size or color or size. Okay, so see the color first. We give a color, and now we have to specify your value. Suppose we have 6-inch bar, so just I give one is 6-inch, and then we have to specify color. See, when you click color, so we get here again three this tab. Just click on it and see we get these options to select color, or we have this option also, define custom color. You can customize the color also. Okay, and see, suppose 6-inch pipe I want to display through this blue. Okay. And see one tab here, again one new tab we get here. So the next I just give as a 10 diameter of pipe, and the 10 diameter pipe I just specify with red color. And see, it will get a table here again. If you give a digit here now, so we get tab, one new tab here automatically. So this time I'm giving, suppose 8-inch dia of pipe, and 8-inch dia pipe will display as a green color. See, this color. Okay, so we get new tab. So I'm just going to use these three. If you have a multiple size of pipe, so you can add here and give a different color. So then after giving the color, just click on apply, and now see it will display only blue. Why? Because all pipes types here is a 6 inches. So see, suppose if I want to change any pipe property, see if I just double click on this pipe property, and see we get the pipe property here, and in property I just want to change the diameter. See, this is a diameter, and suppose I just want to give as a 10 inches diameter. Okay, then close, then click out. See, it will display in a red. Okay, through color it will specify a pipe through a color. These all pipes are 6 inches, only this one is a 10-inch pipe. See, suppose I want to display this pipe in 8 inches, so just select it, double click on it, so we get parameter here, and just change as the diameter 8. See, in green color. So it will be display as a green color. 8-inch dia pipe, 10-inch dia pipe. So you can display a pipe, differentiate with color also. So you have to add here. See, if you want to hide, just uncheck this option, and you can see the simple property. So through this level, you can attach any kind of information with through a pipe, or for junctions, we have junction option here. Junction. So what kind of information you want to attach with the junction? So if you select, you have label here, so select label, right click, and you have new option here, annotate. You can specify through color also. It depends on a demand of these junctions. If we click on annotate, so we get the same tab and go to free form, and just click on appends and what kind of things you want to see as the results. From results, what kind, like demand or pressure or what thing. Suppose we need to see as a demand. Okay, demand, and select elements. We have only this, so click on apply. So it will display as a demand, and all demands are constant. All demands are equal. 100 GPM, 100 GPM, 100 GPM. We can also change it through double click on it, select the junction, double click, and you have options to change. And you can specify these junctions with a different color according to demands. It depends on demand. See, the demand is hundreds. So you can change from here the demand. See, one example, suppose if I change the demand, suppose this first junction demand is a 200 gallon. Okay, see, it will not change. It will not typing because we have analyzed this project, so it will not end. Before analyzing, we have to specify this. And same as you can give through color also, color code. You can go through color coding also. Field name, you have to select as a demand if you want to show color through a demand or pressure or flow. We can give GPM as like 100 and 100 GPM. Suppose we give a color this. It will display this. Same with water tank. So we get all the information level, like it's like a drafting here. You have to give all the dimensions, all the levels with this. And we get all this information from here. This we have to add all level, like if we have a tank, so you can attach a parameter for tank also. Select the level, right click, go to new, annotate, and click on freeform, appends, and then go to result and see what kind of flow, inlet or outlet or demand adjustment, populations, flow, outlet, has calculations, measure now, hydraulic grade, level calculations, percent full, or status calculation or volume calculation. So suppose if I pick a hydraulic grade here, okay, and click on apply, so the hydraulic grade is about 120 because we have specified this parameter in flex table, so it will show us as a grade. Then same here also we have the color coding. So if you click on here, so we have the color coding, and first you have to select what kind of information you like. Cost, here we have the cost options, so the cost or diameter through diameters. If you select diameter, so you have to specify the diameter. Suppose we have given diameter as a 500 feet, and color, suppose yellow. So we have options here to specify this element through colors or to add labels here, like I have added here as a some information here 120 and 100 GPM here, and start pressure start value. Okay. So these things comes under study state analysis. Then the next we have to do we have to see the EPS. EPS means extended period simulation. In extended period simulation, we get a time periods. Okay. In EPS, we have to specify the extended period to calculate pressure. We get time here. So how will we do this EPS? Okay. For EPS, we have to define the timing here. So for timing, you can take timing according to 24-hour or 1 week or 1 month or according to 1 year. Okay, timing, and it will show you the water pressure through timing here. from morning to evening, or for 24 hours, or for 1 month, or for 1 week, or for 1 week. So EPS means specifying the extended period to calculate pressure here. So see how will we calculate the pressure through time. See, for calculating EPS, extended periodic simulations, we have to click on this component. See, in component you get one option here. Just click on component and see we get option here pattern. This one. And see, when you click on this pattern, we get this type of pattern here, like this hydraulic options. So through hydraulic, see, we get a pattern library node. So we have to specify the start time. Yeah, we have to specify start time, and then we have to give a starting multiplier, then pattern format, and we have to specify our time. If you have selecting the 24 hours, so you have to give here 1 hour interval and multiplier here. Multiplier means the pressure is. So first we see the pressure table text, then click on file. See, the pressure of the hydraulic radiance is 0.016, 0.010, 0.006, 0.003, and 0.0001. So we have to start the pressure from 0.0016. Okay. So go to component, then go click on pattern, then select this hydraulic option. Okay. Hydraulic, then right click on it and click new hydraulic. Okay, new hydraulic, and specify the name here EPS, extended period simulation. Okay, EPS or any name you can specify, like we have created new hydraulic option EPS. Now see that state time will activated here and starting multiplier will activate. So first see what is starting multiplier and what is state time. So if you search in Google now, it will show you through a Bentley. Okay, Bentley means I'll just show you this. I just close it. I will create later. Starting multiplier. In
Of the right hand.
starting simulation. Pattern managed. See, we get all the pattern manager here, and see it will display that water flow through times like this. It will show as a graph. Hydraulic This type of pattern can be applied to junctions or tank. Use the pattern type of describe demand or inflow pattern over time. Reservoir valve. So you get all the information. If you search on Bentlina, so you get all the information about the tool. See the start time. So see the starting multiplier. Okay, it will ask first. It will ask the starting time. So starting time. See the first time step in the pattern. The start time format is standard. It's about 24-hour clock. The format is hour, minute, second, m or pm. Example, we have to pick a 12 o'clock. Either it's a pm or am. We have to give a 12 o'clock starting. And see the starting multiplier, the multiplier value of first time step point to your pattern. Any real number can be used for the multiplier, so it does not have to be 1. It does not have to be 1, because see why it not doesn't have 1, because we have calculated that there is we get the reading about 0.016, so we have to provide this reading here. Okay, so we don't give any one value. We have to give, it does not have to be 1. We have to give less than 1. Okay. Time from start, multiplier, the multiplier value associated with the time step point, relative closure, relative. So we get all the information in Bentley connections. So if you install the latest version, so you get the one helping consultant, helping client, helping client also. So we have to provide this 12 o'clock there in start timing, and we have to give a starting multiplier there as a 0.016 here, because after analyzing we get first reading there. See in 5. 0.016 here, and junction, we just check the junctions percentage. We have to give 0.062. Then again go to components, click on pattern, and then next select this EPS. Now it's activated, so we have to give here a 12. Then starting multiplier, we have to give a starting multiplier, it's 0.060. The next what we have to do, see we get the hourly, daily factor or monthly factor. We have 3 factor here. You want to check the water flow, uh, water flow or hydraulic flow. You can see with hourly or daily factor. If you select the daily factor, so you get the daily factor like from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or monthly factor we get January, February. So we get the graph like to the pressures all the time. Okay. So suppose we are going to calculate through hourly. So we have to add here just like in 1 hour. So multiplier is, we give multiplier is 0.060. Okay. Then see we get table automatically downside. In hour 2, we have the water pressure is about 0.020. We have to change it constantly here. And then at the time of 3, okay, we have to add here total 24 hours. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to add here 1 hour, and we have to complete 24 hours. And I just add this value later. I just first add here 24 hours like 6, 7, 8. So it will see the graph will going here. So first graph will 0.16, then 0.20, then next all graph at 0. The we'll change it later. We first give there a timing 11, 14, and 17, 18, 20, 21, then 22, 23, and 24. Oh, 24. Then we have to change the readings here. See. Okay. So we have to change the reading here next. 0.020. So this time it's suppose point 40. This time reading. So then point 35 and point, suppose it reduce the pressure according point, then point 0.06, 0.07, 0.08, then 0.01, then 0.10. Now see the graph will constantly increase here according to the multiplier and the over. Then 0.30, then 0.40, 0.50, then 0.02, then 0.05, then 0.06, 0.07, and then 0.03, 0.04, and 0.45, 0.35, 0.25, and 0.5. And at last we give the same reading as a 0.016 here. And I just change this one, 0.0, this value. We have to give a multiplier here less than 1, so we have given as starting from 0.016 because we have get this reading from 5 pressure, and then we have given total 24 hour and we have added. So we can see the this preview also here, hourly hydraulic pattern according to EPS. Then the next, after giving this all readings, we just close this tab. Close this tab. Okay. The next, after giving all the property in EPS, what we have to do, we have to change the junctions demand. Okay, because in junctions we have selected their fixed, no? So we have to change there. Go to flex table and then go to a junction and see in demand, click on demand and see here is fixed. So what we have to do, we have to change here as a EPS. So EPS will calculate the hydraulic flow through time. So we have to change this one as a EPS. And the second one also we have to change as a EPS. Click on fixed and change as a EPS. Because now we are going to analyze with EPS. So we have two analyzes, study state analyze and EPS analyze. EPS will give us a pressure through a time. It will calculate through time. So we'll do as a EPS. And in this reading also we have to do this. And see, if you just click on this, no, we didn't get the global editing here on this demand. So we have to change a separate all. Then next, after changing this EPS, what we have to do? We have to analyze. Okay, after changing this junctions capacity in EPS, we have to just analyze. So before analyzing, see this tab is analyzing, or you get this tab in this option also, analyze options. If you click on analyze, you get the same option here, and if you click on home, you get the same option here. So click before clicking on compute, you have to check the validate first. So click on validate. If is there any error, no, so it will display here. So no problem were found. So okay, then click on compute option. Done. See, okay. Now see, it will show the all time step, but it will not compute the timing here. We have provided 24-hour timing, but it will not show the timing. It will not display. Why? Because we have to set one more thing here. Okay, we have to set one more thing. Just close this one. Then next, what we have to do? We have to go to where is demand? We have to go to, yeah, this one, demand center. We have to go to demand center here. See, if you click on demand center, we get two demand center: demand control center, unit demand control center. So we have to click on demand control center. Okay, and we do yes. And in pattern we have here EPS. Already we have EPS here. So we close it because it is this one is accurate. We have to check this method first. If there is no EPS, so it will not show. But change this one. So again, if you analyze, so see, you'll get or not. If you again analyzing the project. Oh, now also we didn't get any timing here. So what we'll do next? We have to change their option setting. So how will to change the option setting? See, in home tab we get this options. This one. Just click on these options and see we get here like we have the two readings now, steady state and EPS solver. So we have to change it. So see the base calculation option. Okay, base calculation option, click on it, right click and go to a property option and see from here in property options. See, here is time analysis type is steady state. So that's why it will not display the timing there, because in steady state they will not displaying any time. So what we do, we just click here and change as a EPS. We change as EPS, then close, and then close this tab, and then again click on complete. Now see, we get the timing here. And see all the flow demand and flow stored are constant. All flow demands and flow stored are constant, means all same reading here. So we have to match this reading, constant and constant flow, according to 24-hour. Okay, so this is the method to analyzing through steady state analysis or through EPS. EPS means extended period simulation. It will show us a reading through a time, and you can see it through time. It's either a 24-hour or week or month or yearly. So if we subscribe the software now, we get the update version, so we can analyze through a yearly also here. So now just I close this one. And then next, see, if you want to display the result in a graph mode, okay, if you want to display the result as a graph mode, the hydraulic flow, so you can, we have to option here, you have to go to a view option. See, in menu bar we get this option as a view, and in view we get this option as a graph. See, graph, when you click on this graph, so we get here as a graph, get dialog box here, and see, we get this option here to add new, delete, and rename, or view, or add to graph, or select in a draw. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to create a new. See, here we get a line series graph, bar chart graph, scatter plot graph, or folder. So we have to select a line series graph. We want to see the line series graph. See, in line series graph, we get this small tab here. So with this small tab, what we have to do, we have to select the junctions. Okay, so through junctions, we get a water flow constant. See, if you select this junctions, and we have to pick the junction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 junctions here, so we have to select all these junctions and then click on finish. Okay, see, when you click on finish, so we get this option here. See, we have all the junctions 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to going to see the pressure value and demand. Okay, we have to check the junctions pressure value and demand. So we see the pressure value, we get the graph here of pressure versus time. It will show here. So what we have to do, see, in junctions we have a hydraulic guide. So what we have to do, we check this demand option, select the demand. Okay, we want to see first as a demand here. All the junctions are selected. Demands, we have to select here a demand and then click on. We get this graph here. See this. And see, constantly all the graphs will display here as a all the graph will see on a single line. Okay, we have the 5 junctions, but all the 5 junctions have the same flow pressure according to time. See, here also it will display, see, at downside it will display that J3 will display as a blue color, J2 will display as a red color, and J1 is display as a green color here, and J5 will display as a pink, and the J4 is display as a light blue color. But see, all the uh, line here will display in a single layer. So what we have to do the next, see, we have an option here to print this detail, or we have here options like, see, it displays a graph. If you click on data, so you get the data here. See, junction 3, junction 2, junction 1, and junction 5, and junction 4. So see, the most pressure in time, the most powerful pressure in time, see here, at 5 we get this pressure 70 in all the junctions. We have the same pressure. At 5 we get pressure at 70. It's the highest pressure at junction 5. Okay, so we have two options, graph and data. See, in graph it's, we have a single, it will show all the 5 junction at a single constant. So we just click on data, and in data we'll find the pressure according to time. At 1 it will display as a 52, then 3, but at 5 the pressure will high, that is 70. And suppose, see, I just close this tab, and suppose if you want to see, select this graph, or just create new here, a line series graph, and see, this is a hydraulic grade. It will display, see, the hydraulic grade is activated here, so this one is the show us the hydraulic grades. Just I put, see the junction 3, it will display in dark blue color. See. Then red color. It here we have see that 2 hour, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. These are the timing hours. These are the elevations. Then suppose I just uncheck this hydraulic and I want to see the pressure. Then just click on see. These are the pressure. See pressure and see the junctions. How will we define which color will specify which junctions? See, junctions 3 will specify with navy blue. This one. And junction 2 will specify as the red color, the lowest flow, see, at the junction 2. Then green junctions is here, it's a constant, it's a straight. So at junction 1 the water flow is constant, see, straight. But junctions 5, see, junctions 5 is here. And junction 4 is light blue. In junction 4 is here, red. So at junction 4 also the pressure is little bit constant. So the lowest pressure is here. At the junction 2 we have the lowest pressure. So it will display as a graph also. If you click on data, so you get the data. In junction 2, see, in junction 2 we have the pressure of 39. And which junctions we have the constant green one. So green one is J1. J1. J1 is this one, it's 48. It's the constant. And J4 have also some points are constant. See the 48, 48 here, but some are 47 because I have given length is equal 20, 20 both, but the pressure will change after analysis. So we have to do the second step in analysis. We study state analysis and EPS analysis. In EPS analysis, we have to see the pressures versus time. We see the pressures through a timing. And so for EPS, we have to first create a graph pattern. Okay, we have to create first pattern in components. Go to components, first you have to create a pattern. Select the hydraulic, create new folder here. See, you have options to create new folder here. If you want to again change this hydraulic pattern 1, you have to specify name here. Name you just specify as a water or anything, then specify name. Just specify the time as a 12 and the reading here record, suppose like 0.016. And then we have to see as a daily factor, and through daily factor we have to specify the reading through daily factor. So we'll get the graph through a daily factor. Point 0.020. Point 3. Then next, what we have to do, go to junctions from flex table, go to parameter, and then go to junctions, and you have to change the demand collection. Click here, and you have to change as a EPS to water flow. Okay, we have to select that folder from, and now we have 3: fixed, EPS, and water flow. So we select water flow. then cancel. Okay. Then go to option before analyzing, and then base calculation. Right on base calculation, go to property and change analysis type. See, here is EPS, so just click here and change as EPS steady state. It will not show. So I just close it. Go to demand center, and demand center is here is water flow. We just select again. And we just validate. We'll see the validate first. Problem were found during the validation. Yes, there is a problem is found, but see in here it will not display any problem. See, is there any will display or not? Okay. See the computing to computing. We have to give their name as a EPS only. The error will upload. So see, uh, now it's not computing their water flow because we have not giving the water flow there. So that's why here also it will not showing the property as a water flow simulation because we have two engine there, that study stat flow and EPS analysis. So that's why we have only two EPS and study engine. So we have to specify this in EPS or I just go to flex table here, go to junction, and I will change this flex as a EPS because we have not calculating value through water flow, so we have to select the EPS. Then in option is already selected. Now see it's validate. Now it's validate, and I just go to compute option. Through timing it's done. Through EPS it will done. So for today, you have to do this much things. You have to go to flex table first, and you have to define pipe length here as a length user. First, you have to check these options because if you not check this option, so you didn't get to give a dimension. See, if it not checked, go to global edit. If it unchecked, so you didn't get the option C. If you uncheck it, so we didn't get options to modify it. Okay, so first we have to check these options, then we get these options and specify this defined length here. Then after that, we have to go to junction option, and in junctions, we have to see all these readings, demands here, and then after that, we have to create. After that, you have to validate and compute it. Then you have to specify EPS reading that according to 24 hours. Then for graph, go to components, and then from pattern you have options to create that. And from view you get the graph option, and from graph you have to create the graphs. Okay, from here you have to create first this line series graph. Bar chart graph, scatter plot graph, we'll see later, these three. So when you are going to practice, so that time you'll get a doubt in this. So practice on this EPS analysis and state analysis. Okay. And tomorrow we'll do the next session. Hello. हाँ जी प्रशांत. आपका प्रशांत आपका आवाज थोड़ा सा हो रहा है, खराब हो रहा है, वॉइस थोड़ा सही नहीं आ रहा है, क्लियर. हाँ बोलो.